Once again, welcome to NTV at 1. I am Rita Kanya. We start off in Parliament, where Parliament's Committee on Commissions, Statutory Authorities and State Enterprises has launched an investigation into 7 billion shillings award to Mukwano Industries. We have more in this from Parliament.
Well, a very good afternoon, and we're coming to you live from here at Parliament. And today we've had a session of the Consensus Subcommittee chaired by the legislator Ibrahim Kasese, and there's been some contestation about this some billion shillings that were paid in compensation by UNRA, that's to Mukwano Industries Limited, and there is a contestation that actually the Kampala District Land Board erroneously had a part in this transaction, whereby there are also other parties that are involved, because the land belong to the departed Asian Custodian Board. So with me right now is the chairperson of the Consensus Subcommittee, that's Ibrahim Kasese, who is going to be giving us some details about this deal. Is it null and void, and who should be compensated? And if the wrong person was compensated these billions of shillings, then what next? A very good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Yes, we've heard that actually some huge sums of money were compensated by UNRA to Mukwano Industries, who there is a query that actually they were not supposed to get this money, because there is a query about the ownership of this land.
Yes. You see, that property belonged to departed Asian Custodian Board, because the time of Exodus, the owners were Indians, those who left the country and never returned back. The effect of that when they didn't come back, the government went ahead and gazetted it for sale. But they never sold it. And the law guiding Expropriated Properties Act, as long as the property, the minister has not dealt in it, these district land boards, they don't have a locus to deal in those properties. That's how it was, because they got the title in 1983. So we are questioning, how did they get the title in 1983? So then when you look at, they have a purchase certificate in 1990, and this property was gazetted in 1995. That means there is no reason why they would have went ahead to gazette the property if they had already dealt in it. So what is the effect of that? First of all, the titles they have, it was issued, the lease was given to them by Kampala District Land Board. Kampala District Land Board, as you've heard, I think one of you have been there, Kampala District Land Board, they didn't have a locus to give out that property, and they considered. So we're asking them, why did you give it? Because now you have led the government to lose the tune of 7 billion. So what you have directed the Custodian Board, because there are some documents which purports to have been issued by staffs of Custodian Board, we need to ascertain whether it was the minister, because the law doesn't talk of a staff, it talks of a minister consenting to that effect. So that's why we have adjourned up to 2nd, so that we get to know whether you can save the 7 billion. But on the start, the principle is the one who issued the title issued it in error, and they have considered the Kampala District Land Board. But now want to know in which measures. We want to know how did because the Mukwano Industries, they are saying they regularized. How did they regularize? And the instrument was not amended. It is still the instrument, that is property belongs to the government, and the government went ahead to pay. Because for UNRA, you can't blame them, because they followed the due diligence. All the process, as they explained, this is the right process where they followed to know, and they say Mukwano, because on the face of the title it was Mukwano. That's how they went ahead and paid. So now, in a situation that you have all of us with Mukwano's lawyer and Mukwano himself, they know that they got it wrong. They will not have any option apart from bring back the money back to the coffers of the government.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. That's Honorable Kasezi giving an insight of what actually happened today. And we earlier on also talked to the Executive Director of UNRWA, that's Alan Kajinanda. She explained that no work has been halted in relation to this, and she actually says that they follow the due diligence in finding out the owners of the title. So we shall be giving you more details in our subsequent bulletins. That's NTV Akaunges and NTV Tonight. More about this story. For me, Almi Blan, my team here at Parliament, back to you in studio.